You're going live.
This is TommSlickTV.com.
Are you ready?
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You ready?
You can't handle
The naked truth. Murders that are going on in Ferguson.
Here we go. In 4, 3, 2.
Welcome. For those who don't know, this is Elder Emoja Ajabu, your host for After Naked Truth. This program is designed to strip the clothes off a well-dressed lie. So if you're looking for a well-dressed lie, I would suggest that you go talk to or go listen to or go look up that guy with Fox, what's his name, Sean Handyman, or his big brother, Rush Limpballs, because they are experts at giving people well-dressed lies and pawning them off as the truth. But you will not get a well-dressed lie here. You will get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. On this program here, you are listening to the most truthful talk show host in America. So in that truth, you will find the truth being butt naked. It won't have on any clothes. Because I'm unbought, unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. I am really concerned with some of the things that are happening here. I was looking at the news this morning and find out that some American mercenaries have been arrested over in Haiti. So I'm calling this program Haiti, Ferguson versus Mississippi. Buckle up. It might be a rough ride. See, if we don't know our history, then we can't put in perspective what's going on with us now. If you remember, back in the 60s, there were 3 young men who came from the north and went to Mississippi to do voters education, voters registration. And because that they were in Mississippi registering people to vote, they lost their life. You remember Goodman, Cheney, and Swanner. They were found, and it took them a couple of days to be found. But when they did found them and they shook everything out, they found out that the FBI was complicit in those young men's murder. Now, the FBI was supposedly called to investigate the murder, and when the investigation was done by people other than the FBI, they found out that the FBI was complicit in these people's murder. That history, if you know it, has repeated itself. And it not only repeats itself nationally, it has repeated itself internationally. When you look at the situation in Ferguson, you find out that deaths of Ferguson activists lead some to believe something sinister is at play. And this is from Fox News. Listen to this. Have you heard this? The sometimes violent deaths of a half-dozen men linked to the 2014 protests that rocked Ferguson, Missouri, including 2 found in cars. Some report that they had bullet holes in their head in separate burning cars. and 3 who allegedly committed suicide. One of them supposedly went outside and found a tree in his mother's front yard and put a noose around his neck and hung himself in her front yard. She said, they killed my baby. He didn't have anything going on like that. Some are thinking that the stress might be getting so high that some might be doing the kamikaze. But what I'm telling you is if you look at historically, there is police involvement in the murders and the killings of our people who struggle for our rightful place in the world order of things. Martin Luther King, police involved. Malcolm X, police involved. Medgar Evers, police involved. Cheney, Goodman, Swarner, police involved. And now here it is in Ferguson. I'm got to watch the hidden hand of government. Police say the deaths, which also included a man who collapsed on a bus due to an overdose, who had no history of drug use, have nothing to do with the protests that rocked a small city near St. Louis. Well, you would expect them to say that. You don't expect them to tell on themselves. And if I'm telling you, the police can't solve the murder, then more than likely the police committed the murder. I'm telling you, I am the most truthful talk show host in America. Unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. The Reverend Darrell Gray told the Associated Press he found a suspicious box inside his car, and when authorities came to inspect it, they found a 6-foot python snake inside. That was a message. He was very instrumental and is still instrumental in waging the war against the oppression that's being put down in Ferguson. And that war is just not particular to Ferguson. See, when we wake up, we'll understand that ever since we put our feet on these shores, and it was a forced putting, we didn't come here looking for asylum like them people out of South America. They coming looking to be here. We wasn't looking to be here. We were brought here. We were captured and brought here. We were captured and enslaved here. We were captured and oppressed here. And Harriet Tubman, who is the legacy of those brothers and sisters in Ferguson, she's the legacy of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. She's the legacy of Medgar Evers. She said on her Underground Railroad, as she was moving, trying to free our people from enslavement, she said she could have freed more if they only realized that they was enslaved. Now imagine that. You get up at can't see in the morning and work to can't see at night. You don't get paid. If they feed you the bowels of a pig that holds his defecation. You eat that thing and it's unworthy for consumption because it can't get rid of all the waste that it produced. That's the reason why when you get sick, the doctor tell you, get off the pork. And it also causes high blood pressure. High blood pressure with the stress that we living in causes strokes. Strokes is one of the leading deaths makers in our community. And when I say our community, I'm talking about the communities of African descent. And so when you talk about all of that, what would I say? It's so prevalent that you can't miss it. You're getting beat. You're getting killed. I'm talking about the conditions that the people were living in when Harriet Tubman was trying to free them. And they couldn't see that they were enslaved. She said she could have freed more if they only understood that they were enslaved. Well, I'm telling you that that war has not stopped. The same situation that happened with Martin, Malcolm, Medgar, those 3 young men in Mississippi, is happening in Ferguson right now, and there is police involvement. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm the most truthful talk show host in America. Unbought, unbossed, and unafraid. There was a sister that's also at the forefront of that struggle in Ferguson. She says something is happening. You damn right something's happening. People losing their life because they want to be free. She said, and her name is Cori Bush, a leader of the Ferguson protests, told the Associated Press, "I've been vocal about the things that I have experienced and are still experiencing. The harassment, the intimidation, the death threats, and the death attempts." Bush told the Associated Press her car has been run off the road, her home vandalized, and someone fired a bullet into her home in 2014, narrowly missing her 13-year-old daughter. She, now watch this is her words, she suspected she's been targeted by white supremacists or police sympathizers, or both. White supremacists are actually on the police force in several police departments in America. Just read the reports. They're not only on the police report, on police force, they're also up in the military. You heard Trump. He said, shoot, if y'all try to put me out of office, then it's going to get ugly. There's going to be people on the police force. There's going to be people in the military, the motorcycle gangs. They're going to be tough people, and they ain't going to be peaceful if America, if Congress tries to put me, President Trump, out of office. His own lawyer says that, look, don't look for him to go peacefully, even if he loses the election. When you look at this article, that's it says, investigation reveals at least 7 current members of the American military are part of white nationalist group. That's the only ones that they know. What about those ones that they don't know? When you look at the governor of Virginia, Governor Ralph Northam, he admits that he was in a Klan head, robe, hat, whatever you call them things. He admits it. In Virginia. And he is the governor. Harriet said that she could have freed more if they only understood they were enslaved. I'm saying this. These are Ajabu's words. Unbought, unbossed, and unafraid to say these words. We could say more. We probably could have saved some of the lives that have been lost in Ferguson if we only understood that there's a war being waged against us. I said it. I meant it. And I'm saying it again. We as a people have to realize and wake up and understand that there's a war being waged against us. And if we don't prepare to repel compel the people that are waging that war, then we're going to perish. I'm unbossed. Unbossed. And unafraid of the truth. We've got to accept the truth and get around our fears and start preparing. Who in their right mind will allow their children to be shot down in a car, burn up, bullet in the head? And then you want to, I don't know if that's associated with the death of Michael Brown because we protested the death of Michael Brown. I don't know if that's the, you know it's the case. History bear witness is the case. Cheney, Swarner, Goodman, Malcolm, Martin, Medgar. How many more? 5 in Ferguson, Aaron Bailey in Indianapolis, Michael Taylor in Indianapolis, Tamir Rice in Cleveland. How many more? Before you understand that there is a war being waged against our people, and there are elements on the police force that's at the front of it. Now notice I said elements. I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt that all police officers are not like that. But there's enough. I'm trying to give benefit of the doubt that all white people are not white wing extremists. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. But if they don't stand up and say something, then I don't know. And I'm trying to tell you to wake up, and we better wake up quickly, because this war is not only on the shores of America, it extends around the world. Do I have proof? Yes. Yes, I do. When you look at the Haitian Times, the June, or actually March 20th edition of the Haitian Times, it talks about United States mercenaries arrested in Haiti were part of a half-baked scheme to move $80 million for embattled president. Most of the Americans arrived in Port-au-Prince, which is the capital of Haiti, from the U.S. by a private jet early on the morning of February 16th. They packed the 8-passenger charter plane with a stockpile of semi-automatic rifles, handguns, Kevlar bulletproof vests, and knives. Most of them had already been paid $10,000 and was looking for another $20,000 upon the completion of the mission. These people, supposedly private contractors, but if you look at their pedigree, the American team included 2 former Navy SEALs, a former Blackwater trained contractor, and you know Blackwater, them the mercenaries that was over there in Somalia, and they had to get them out there because they were so brutal, because they was just killing anybody and everybody that looked African. And they were paid by the United States government. You had 2 Serbian, that Russian mercenaries who lived in the U.S. So they recruiting white folks from around the world to go wage war against our people. When you understand Haiti is people that look like me. Black as the Ace of Spades. Beautiful people. And if they're going over through there trying to shoot somebody or take something from somebody, you shooting people of African descent and you taking money from people of African descent. The leader, a 15-year-old former Marine. Look, they got him in the military, they got him outside the military. He's the one, named Kent Croker, had told his men that this secret operation had been requested and approved by the president of Haiti himself. They said it was too good. It was so good. A deal for the band of semi-employed military veterans and security contractors to turn down. Ex-military. If they ex-military, they more than likely, especially Navy SEALs, still have inroads in the military. Just because you get out of the military don't mean that you don't know people still in the military. And I'm trying to say again that you got to watch the hidden hand of government. This is supposed to be something that was being done outside of the American government. Really? Let's read on. What at first resembled a comedic plot by a group of ex-soldiers looking for a quick and easy mercenary score was in fact a poorly executed but serious effort by the president of Haiti to consolidate his political power with American muscle. The government was involved. How did he know who to go over into America and to recruit to come over there to try to help him steal $80 million from the Haitian people? And he got that money because of the president, former president of Venezuela, Hugo Chavez, who gave him a sweet oil deal so that he could have money to build the roads, build clinics, build hospitals, and the people in government stole it, and America helped them to steal it. And Bush right now is not Bush, Trump right now is involved, is complicit. His government is complicit in these mercenaries going to Haiti. So I'm telling you, this assault on us as a people is worldwide. Blackwater was over in Somalia. That's Africa. Now you find people that was in that operation going into Haiti. Them same people are in Ferguson. Them same people are right here in Indianapolis. You'll find them in Cleveland. You'll find them in New York. You'll find them in California. Yes, I said it. Don't look for no well-dressed lie here. I'm unbought, unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. You've got to remember our history. If we don't remember our history, we're destined to repeat it, and that's what's happening. Cheney, Goodman, Swanner, doing voters education, doing voters registration, were killed. And in their killing, the FBI was complicit along with the local police agencies. That stuff hasn't stopped. When you talk about Ferguson's sister, Corey, she says she believes it was the police and their sympathizers and the white supremacists. How much more evidence do we need? We've got to arm ourselves or harm ourselves. Ajabu, did you say that? Yeah. You know, it's legal to be armed in America. You know, the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution says that you have the right as a citizen to bear arms. And in Indiana, you have the right to use them arms if you believe that the police are trying to arrest you or anybody else illegally. You have the right to use them right to use the force up to and including deadly force to stop that arrest. Ajabu, I'm just telling you the law. That's the law. I'm not telling you something that is against the law. I'm not going to tell you to break. Do not break the law. But do have the courage to exercise your rights under the law. I'm telling you, this is the butt naked truth. You're listening to the most truthful talk show host in America. Unbossed, and unafraid. It is time for us to wake up and understand that there is a war being waged against us, and we need to start preparing to protect our men, women, and children from those people that are waging the war. It's time to wake up. Wake up! Open your eyes. Don't be afraid of what you see. Wake up. We do voter education every Monday, 6250 West 38th Street, 6 p.m. See, those people that are waging that war against us, they're organized. And they're an organized problem. An organized problem has an organized solution. You can't solve an organized problem in an unorganized way. We've got to get organized. Does that mean that everybody, we gonna run out here and start shooting? No, don't be stupid. We're going to have the capability to protect ourselves, but the first thing that we need to know is understand that we in a war. There's people waging war, and that ain't all white people. In fact, they got some black people, some people of African descent out there waging the war against their own people. Stupid. Ain't got good sense. You don't see people who will wage war against their own family go out there and kill their own family. They might even go out there and kill their own brother. That's stupid. We can't do that. We got to organize against that. We've got to increase the love and decrease the hate. It is time for us to get organized and wake up and make America in life what it says it is on paper. On paper, it looks good. In reality, there's some problems with that. So we got to wake up. I'm asking you, are you ready? Do you understand that a war is being waged against us? The military, the police, the white extremist foe, all of them bound together to come after people that look like me and you. It's time for it to stop. You've been listening to Elder Umoja Ajabu, the most truthful talk show host in America. Unbossed, unafraid, dedicated to stripping the clothes off of well-dressed lies. You're not going to have anything from this man except the naked truth. I just got one question for you. You ready?
This is TommSlickTV.com.
Are you ready? You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You ready?